Hey everyone, it is Friday. The weekend is here. This is Kimberly with the Natural Path Health Solutions, and we are located in Fort Collins, Colorado. It is going to be a hot one along the Colorado Front Range this weekend, and what better time to talk about vitamin D? So most of you probably know that vitamin D is super important for the way calcium moves in your body. It's very good for your bones. You need to be able to absorb the calcium that you consume out of your gut lining so that it can get into your body and be used. There's a lot of things that vitamin D does, and it's so helpful for your immune system, and there's just a lot of good reasons that you need to make sure you're getting adequate levels of D in your body. And in the summer, that's much easier to do because vitamin D is considered the sunshine vitamin. So when you're out exposed to the sun, your body actually creates the vitamin D that you need. So it's much easier in the summer to get the levels that you want to have. What I want to talk to you a little bit about is the downside of vitamin D. So just like vitamin D takes the calcium out of your gut and gets it into your body and into your bloodstream, it can also pull the vitamin D back out of tissues where it needs to be. So in the summer, sometimes when we're out in the sun for too long, we might feel really fatigued, we might get sunburned, we might have something called sunstroke. Sometimes you might even feel crampy at the end of a long day out in the sun, and those are all signs that you have gotten too much D, and now the calcium that was supporting your muscles and other tissues has been pulled out back into your bloodstream, and that's not a good thing. That's the downside of vitamin D. When you want to push that the calcium back into those tissues where it belongs, you need to use fatty acids. So you could eat a big bowl of guacamole, something that has healthy fats in it. We have a product. This product from Standard Process is called Cataplex F, and it is fatty acids, and it will counteract the effects of too much vitamin D in your body. So we suggest people use this when they're going to be out in the sun for a long period of time. It can really help keep your energy up. It can actually even help prevent sunburn. It's something we often recommend to people when they get muscle cramps. So this is a product, can you see it there? This is a product that we use quite frequently for people when they need to get calcium moved back into the tissues. It's also part of our immune triad because it helps get the calcium back where it needs to go for your immune system. The other thing is if you do get out and get too much sun this weekend, we also recommend having something called USF ointment on hand. This can be really helpful as a skin soother. This should be in your first aid kit just for any kind of skin issues. I used it a bit on my scars after my knee surgeries, so it can be helpful for a lot of things. And then the Cataplex F is another great tool to have in your first aid kit for just a variety of reasons, but especially when you have those long days in the sun. Also, make sure that you are wearing either a hat or some light clothing to cover up. And if you're using the sunscreen, please make sure that it is a non-toxic sunscreen, and you can look those up on the Environmental Working Group website. They are at ewg.org. So I hope that gives you just a little bit more information about vitamin D and why you want to have enough but not too much. So you want to keep that in balance. Have a great weekend and stay cool, everybody. Bye-bye.